Good afternoon, dear Carpathian friends and family. Today, I'm excited to present our honorable guest speaker, Thomas DeNapolis, the New York State Comptroller. Thank you for all the work you have done to combat anti-Semitism and advocate for Holocaust victims. We are also excited to have former Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. Mr. Adams, you attended our event before taking office a few years ago, and it means so much to have you back with us again. Not to mention all of your effort to protect the Jewish community during your years in mayor's office. We can truly see how much this means to both of you, and we deeply appreciate your unwavering support and commitment. Thank you to our dear friend and fellow Carpathian, Alex Roth, for supporting and sponsoring this very important event year after year. Your generosity, dedication, and commitment to preserving the memory of those we lost are deeply appreciated by everyone gathered here today. It is both an honor and humbling responsibility to stand before you as we commemorate our family members who were victims of Holocaust, and as we honor those who suffered, endured, and survived some of the most unimaginable acts of evil in human history. Today we come together united by powerful promise, a promise that must never fade with time. Never again. That is why we are here. To ensure that never again is not simply a slogan, but a mission. A responsibility, a sacred commitment we carry forward for the future generations. Since 2018, year after year, we have gathered together to remember our families, honor their memories, and preserve their stories. Throughout remembrance, we give voice to those who can no longer speak. Through education, we fight hatred, anti-Semitism, and through unity, we ensure the lessons of history are never forgotten. Today, as we remember the millions who perished, we also honor the strength, courage, and resilience of survivors who rebuilt their lives and carried their heritage forward despite unimaginable loss. May their memory forever be a blessing, and may your gathering here today reaffirm our commitment to remembrance, truth, and humanity. Now I'm going to introduce Alex Roth to speak.
You don't want to do the mission.
Dear friends, today is a special day, what we are doing every day, every year, remembering our parents, grandparents, and others, 6 million people who perished in Holocaust. It's a difficult day, especially difficult day, because every year we have less and less survivor who's alive. We have now couple still people who are survivor who lives there, somebody can come because the health is not all there. But we will still have to remember this. And I'm happy that today, not just my age people came here, the children and grandchildren of us came here to see and to understand what is Holocaust mean, especially in this time when you hear that some countries, some people, just especially denying the Holocaust. And I can ask these people who deny the Holocaust was Can they explain to me why I didn't have this privilege to see my grandparents? Not from my father's side, not from my mother's side, because I know they perished in Auschwitz. So I want to wish everybody health and wealth. And I think that everybody who came today will be able to say to the friends, to the neighbors, and other people, Jews and non-Jews, who are here for a special occasion to remember these people. If we have today a special 8 candles, not 6. 6 candles we have for 6 million people each and one. 1 candle we have for the military of the worldwide coalition, American, French, English, Australian, Jewish kids. And the 8th number is for other, not Jewish, but other religion people, who sacrifice their life in order to make the winning the second war. I wish everybody health again. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Alex. Now we will invite David Mantler for the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night over our ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling away, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now we will sing Hatikva.
Kol od baleva venima nefesh Yehudi onia ulefatem izerach kadima ayin Zion Sophia, oh, the Lord, Tikvatenu, Hatikva Bodeshno Dalabaim, Liot Abhoveshi, Ve'aretzenu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim, Liot Hamachofshi Ve'aretzenu, Eretz Zion Yerushalayim.
We invite to say a couple words at Ella Kreisman, the student of the yeshiva, Flatbush Yeshiva, sorry.
Granddaughter of the Holocaust survivor.
Hi, my name is Ella Kreisman, and I stand here today in memory of my great-grandparents who were proud Carpathian Jews from Ilnica, Komyak, and Vinogradov, and the millions of lives forever changed by the Holocaust. I was named after my great-grandmother, Ella Kreisman. During the war, she survived by taking on the identity of her Serbian friend Matilda, who gave her a Serbian passport before returning to Serbia herself. Under that identity, my great-grandmother had survived and even participated in resistance efforts against the German and Hungarian Nazis in Hungary. She risked her life fighting against evil and was eventually liberated by the Russian army. My great-grandfather, Samuel Shawnee Kreisman, lost almost his entire family. His parents and 10 siblings were murdered except for one brother. Some of my own family members today are named after the siblings he lost, so their memory continues to live on through us. Even in the darkness of the Holocaust, my great-grandfather showed incredible humanity during a death march. He saw a man collapse in a beet field. He gathered beets and fed him throughout the march, helping keep him alive. Later, he was imprisoned in the concentration camp Flossenburg and was eventually liberated by the United States Army. My great-grandmother, Jenny Lieber, survived Auschwitz after losing almost her entire family except for one brother. My great-grandfather, Ernest Lieber, suffered through multiple labor camps. After stealing bread to save another starving prisoner, he was brutally punished by the Nazis and carried scars on his wrists for the rest of his life. These are not just stories from history to me. These are my family. Their courage, strength, and humanity are a part of who I am. Today, as we remember the victims and survivors of the Holocaust, we also carry a responsibility to speak up against hatred, to protect human dignity, and to ensure these stories are never forgotten. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We invite Rabbi Perlson to give a couple words of wisdom. Rabbi.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to begin by thanking Dr. Alex Roth that sponsors all this and puts it together. Hannah Hoffman for doing all this work, and we greatly appreciate it. Of course, we're accompanied here by esteemed guests, our former mayor. Nice to see you. And our controller. Nice to see you.
State control.
And I just want to say that this is a tremendous honor, first of all, to have this event right here, because this shul was built by Holocaust survivors. And today, more than ever, it's so important to learn all the lessons, because what we went through, we see again in the streets of New York, and we see all over the world, that it's literally open season on the Jews. And the greatest thing we can do is come together, give each other strength to make sure that this never happens again, because like Dr. Alex Roth said, which is very powerful, why didn't I get to meet my grandparents? And that was very, very powerful. But I want to tell you something, and with this I'll finish. Had they left the 6 million Jews alive, today that 6 million would have been 60 million. Today that 60 million would have found a cure for cancer, would have invented so many things that we do not have today, because there were people that decided to vanquish 6 million, potential 6 million powerful people. And to that I say that every single person, it behooves every single person to get up, stand strong. And it's so interesting because you see people that do that. There are people that are busy out there making sure that the Jewish people are safe. I just saw a video with Fred Kreisman. Your daughter just got up to speak. But I just saw a video of him doing his best in Flatbush, trying to fight that and making sure that the Jewish people are safe. So God bless you. We need many, many more like that. Thank you.
Now I will introduce the honorable guest speaker, New York State Controller, Thomas DiNapoli.
Thank you, Hannah, so much. Good afternoon, everyone. What a privilege it is for me to join with all of you. Thank you, Rabbi Carlson, for welcoming me to your synagogue. Thank you, Hannah Hoffman. Give Hannah a round of applause for all of her great work in organizing this. It's a privilege to be on the bima here with our former mayor, Eric Adams, a colleague of mine in government for many years. And I think we could all agree that the Jewish community had no greater friend than Mayor Eric Adams. Good to see you. And of course, to my dear friend, Alex Rowe. Alex, give Alex a round of applause for everything he's done. He asked me a few weeks ago if I could spend some time at this beautiful and very important ceremony, and I said I absolutely would. And he's given me quite a history lesson about the Carpathian community. I realize that 90% of the audience are cousins of Alex's, right? Or neighbors of Alex's from Carpathia. So, am I an unofficial cousin, I hope, Alex?
We will introduce you.
You introduce. I'll be in the Italian branch of your family, how's that? But Alex does so much important good work. Mayor Adams knows that as well. A great philanthropist. What he does for the larger community here of New York City and beyond, healthcare, so many important causes. He really is a citizen of the world. Alex, we thank you for the very special person that you are. He deserves another round of applause. The Flatbush Park Jewish Center has certainly been an institution here in Mill Basin, a place of worship for the Jewish community, and certainly a safe haven wherever you all have come from originally, whether you were born here in the US or in Israel, the Ukraine, Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, Moldova, all of the Carpathian area. This has been a very, very special place. And certainly